Some minor setbacks in yesterday's episode. Results didn't go our way in the majority, and we found ourselves dropping from the playoff positions to 18th. Such is the state of the league at this early stage, that a run like that can see you go from being relegation threatened to challenging for promotion, or alternatively, in our case for this particular moment in time, going from challenging for promotion to being relegation threatened. There is still a long way to go in this season though, and we will hopefully revert the actions of yesterday. We start with Sunderland away, with then Rochdale in the Leasing.com trophy, then Barnsley, MK Dons, Blackpool, Wycombe and Bristol Rovers, winding into the month of November for tomorrow. So I'll play Sunderland, and we will also play MK Dons, as that's not a local derby, but they're one of the more local sides to us in the division. And then we'll decide which one of the remaining three to play. I'm going to sim Barnsley. We'll definitely play Sunderland, sim Barnsley, play MK Dons, and then I'll make a decision later on in the episode as to which one of these three I'm going to play. Thank you for your continued feedback with regards what to do with regards Conceição's stamina. Such a mixed bag in terms of the feedback that I'm just not going to change it. What I will do is add him into each of the, or a number of the current training modules, training just his stamina so that we can get it up as quickly as possible. He'll continue to start, but I won't manually change his stats. We will, however, due to a considerable amount of feedback, change Campos to 4-star skills to go with his good ball control and decent other dribbling stats at just a young age of 16. You guys seemed pretty keen that he was the sort of player, or you expected him, especially with the playmaker trait as well, that he's the sort of player that should have 4-star skills. And there is absolutely no reason why in real life a player can't learn the ability to do some skills with training. I can't train skill moves in career mode, so we will alter that from 3-star to 4-star. But outside of that, not going to be changing anything else. So we're utilising the live editor, but not abusing the live editor. And there was actually some very accurate comments saying that you guys reckon that Campos might be Lino Navarrete Mark II from the FIFA 17 series. I think Lino Navarrete was. So I'm very excited to get Campos utilised in the squad. To start with, he won't be involved in the starting 11, because obviously Tavernier is in the 11 there, but he's starting in the rotation 11, and we will use him in that game against MK Dons, so I'm very excited to do so. But we shall start with a game against Sunderland away from home, and pray that things go better for us on the pitch today. Do drop the video a like if you enjoy. Make sure you subscribe to the channel with the notification bell ticked so you don't miss an episode when it comes out. But time to travel up to the northeast for what should be one of the most difficult games of the season. Right, Sunderland's 11, the team we did a career mode with last year on FIFA 19. Josh Scowen, Chris Maguire, Kyle Lafferty, Duncan Watmore still at the club and in the starting lineup on the left-hand side of their midfield. O'Neill at right back, a player that we did look at in the previous transfer window with regards maybe signing at centre mid, considering his ability to play in a number of different positions, but hopefully, away from home at the Stadium of Light, we can get a positive result. I'd take a point, to be fair. I'd be very happy with a point. I don't know if Sunderland's... I don't think they've gone up at all in this save. So obviously, to still be in League One, they would have gone up in Season 1 to come back down in Season 2, but I don't think they even managed that. I think they've just been playoff losers each year. I'd have to go back and check the season roundup from the previous 2 seasons, but always, at this level especially, Sunderland will be challenging towards the top of the table, and I expect that to be no different in this 3rd season now. Can Adebayo, just turn away from the defender? No, he can't. And no risk of a mistake from O'Neill as he gets rid of it. Adebayo will bring that down, and I've got plenty of options here, one of which is Don Brown, and he'll find Abadia, whose left-footed shot cannons off the back of Willis, and out for a corner. Putting the pressure on in the opening few minutes, Conceição delivers a corner. It's cleared away comfortably by the Sunderland back line, and Duncan Watmore can bring the ball away for Sunderland, unfortunately, our early pressure hasn't seen us take the lead. Page. Look forward there to Conceição and out to Ngoy. There is a gap there to get that to Adebayo, and he's done well to hold off the defender that was with him. Because he drops so deep there, not got many options further forward. Nice footwork by Conceição. Abadia with a really sharp turn. He will get his shot away, but I should have gone for the near post rather than trying to put it back across goal. He doesn't have that higher finishing stat, Abadia. And unfortunately, it just wasn't the right choice of shot from me on that occasion. Ngoy with the throw into Tavernier. Space there for Conceição, and they've backed off. Adebayo, cannon back to Conceição. That was just a deflection, not me actually passing it back to the Brazilian. But there's space here for Ngoy. Oh, and he struck that well. It's a good save by McLaughlin. That was travelling towards the back of the net. That's definitely our best chance of the opening half an hour. Sunderland yet to really cause me any problems going the other way. A couple of trips into my half, but no actual goal-scoring opportunity yet. It's getting very, very congested in this central area, though. Try and work it out wide. Let's see if we can do something down a channel instead. Decent delivery. Fortunately, not going to find Adebayo, but that will fall free. And Noyle, loose pass, annoyingly. Otherwise, we could. All could still have had another opportunity on goal. We've definitely been the better team, but no goal yet to show that. And the longer we aren't able to score, the more likely Sunderland are catch me on the counter and actually getting victory in this game. They do have one of the best defensive records in the league, if not the best defensive record in the league, Sunderland. Just 8 goals conceded in the 11 games played so far. We, traditionally, in this save so far, have had a very leaky back line. So it doesn't bode well for us being able to get a high score on our side to try and negate what might be the opportunity to score quite a few goals for Sunderland. But so far, we've actually defended very well, and I'm pleased with how this is going in the first half. Although, if in the final third we could be slightly better, that would be great for the second 45. Watmore's driving forward and waiting for that ball inside. We managed to force them backwards. Accrington drawing with Salford, side that we lost to, frustratingly, in a simulated game in a recent episode. Hoping to bounce back from some poor foot. Oh no, Watmore's in. Good save, Will Norris. That's the first time he's really been tested. They got in behind me well there. They're making a change with just over half an hour, or just under, half an hour to go. And it's the man that's always on fire, Will Grigg, coming on. Page into O'Hare, who's come off the bench here for the unsurprisingly tired Conceição. So nice ball into Abadia. Utilise that pace. And O'Hare's made a good run. Is this the moment where he scores his first goal for Cambridge? No, it's not. McLaughlin with a good save. Trying to go back across goal the other way. It didn't quite work. He's going to take the corner himself, O'Hare. Can he get himself an assist, perhaps, for Cambridge? Not yet. Maybe from a second delivery into the middle. Or maybe Collins! The centre-back showing the instincts of a striker there. Beating the offside trap. Didn't quite have the finish it needed. I thought it was offside, that's why I kind of rushed the shot. I think I had a man free at the back post. I could have simply squared that across to. I'll have to look back in editing, but that might be the best chance of the game that we've squandered there by not finding the right pass. O'Hare's ball into him was outrageous. Abadia into Adebayo. Defenders committed one way. Adebayo's gone the other. Oh, but I've not got enough room. Oh, and I can't get it back to O'Hare quickly enough. But another good opportunity to win this game. Both sides now having clear-cut opportunities to take all 3 points. And they're in behinds here, and I don't like this at all. Rosada into the middle, deflected. Oh, Norris just keeps it out, thankfully. That could have gone anywhere. And Ngoy somehow doesn't get to that first. Oh, can he get to that? No, he can't. And Rosada, no. Oh, it's tame. A let-off, a tame effort. Right. Calm down, Ches. Slow things down. Let's get ourselves one last chance to win this game of football. Rosada outmuscles me well. Keeps. Oh, you can catch that. Don't lose me the game now because of that, please. Scowen. There is zero reason why any goalkeeper would tap that away there. That is a simple catch. Just stand firm defensively, Ches, and you've got the win. That should be the win. Not the win, the draw, and it is a draw. A point away from home at the Stadium of Light for a newly promoted side is a decent result. And the overall performance was promising too, much better than we showed in a couple of games in the last episode. We shall now go and simulate that game against Barnsley, who I think just lost 2-0 at home to Bolton. 7 games without a win in the league now, but provided we're still picking up points and we're not losing every single game, then we will continue to get ourselves away from that relegation zone and get ourselves higher up the table. A big offer for Harvey Nibbs there of nearly £4 million from the Mexican side. Actually, it's the game against Rochdale that we're going to sim next. Then it'll be the league game that we sim after that. Again, there's minimal money to be raised from a leasing.com trophy cup run, so we're not asked about that. We'll hopefully go out in this particular fixture, and then we can just concentrate solely on the league. That's got to be the main source of our attention in these early seasons, is getting ourselves up the divisions. Fitzwater's given us a 1-0 lead, though. That's his first goal for the club at centre-back. And with 10 minutes to go, that could be us through to the next round. Annoyingly, we keep winning in the leasing.com trophy. That's not really what I want, but never mind. Right, that was the one we just did. I will adjust a couple of those training regimes to actually, maybe I'll set up a completely new one as well. Adjust the ones that I've got so we can add Conce South Stamina in, and I need to set up a new one so we can start training Campos too. I do still need to go and use the editor to add 4-star skills for him, which we will do after this game. They just lost 2-0 to Ipswich and 2-0 to Blackpool, Barnsley. It was Blackpool they lost to, not Bolton, as I previously thought. Collins has given us a 1-0 lead here. Nathan Collins with a rare goal, though he nearly scored in the game against Sunderland there, didn't he? And as we approach half-time, we still have that lead. O'Hare on for Conce Sao in the 46th minute, so Corley Woodrow's equalised, even when I'm not in control. Page! 2 goals from 2 defenders, and we might be about to get 3 points against Barnsley. No goal for Adebayo against his former club, but a win against his former team. And that sees us up into 16th place now. Let me go and adjust my training regimes. Let me add Campos's 4-star skills, and we will go and use him for the very first time in this next game away from home against MK Dons. Right, MK Dons is 11. As you can see it on screen, Haran Boateng is a midfielder I've used on FM in previous years that has been pretty decent. I've never used him on FIFA. A narrow version of our 4-1-2-1-2 formation. I haven't really tended to ever enjoy a really narrow formation like that. Even though a lot of my goals and my play does come down the middle, I like having the wider options should I need it. So I always do tend to play with wingers, whether that be a 4-2-3-1 wide, or this 4-1-2-1-2 wide, or a 4-3-3 with, obviously, wingers, as opposed to a narrower 4-3-2-1 that we did actually use for a season at Leeds to try and improve our play in that save at the time. Wasn't necessarily that successful for us. We ended up going with a 4-3-3 that turned out to be the exact right formation that we needed to get results with Leeds United. And so far, the change to the 4-1-2-1-2 wide has been the change we needed to get results in this save. Okay, Donzo starting dominantly and on top, but this is my first time using a number of these players. First touch for Campos with me since he arrived. O'Hare, though, hopefully will be able to run things in the midfield. He's been very impressive in his loan spell so far. Whether I'd consider signing him permanently or not, I'm not sure. But he's certainly impressed so far. And Dallas will look for the ball out to Campos here, who will pull it back. Oh! And how we haven't gone 1-0 up there, I'm not sure. Brilliant save by the MK Dons goalkeeper. Maris has done well to win that header. O'Hare's done well to win the second one. Get it forward there to Andy Dallas. Back there to Maris. Through the gap to Nibbs. Oh, it was meant for Dallas, not Campos, unfortunately. A misplaced pass. And we lose the opportunity for a second chance. Healy, out-muscled by Harry Darling. He's done well there. Wilden, forward to Campos. Aside to O'Hare. We're really starting this game on the front foot. Nibbs making the run down the channel. And he's going to get round the outside the defender here and will drill it into the middle. It's only going to find an MK Dons man, but Wilson picks up the loose ball. O'Hare to Campos. Back to O'Hare on his right foot. Oh, dearie me. His shooting has been so wild with either foot, O'Hare. I don't know whether he's right or left-footed. He is right-footed, supposedly. And his finishing stat isn't the worst. At 60. It's better than some of the strikers we had. Better than Abadias, at least, as well. But, yeah, I don't think shooting with O'Hare is really the best way to use him. Maybe as a creative force. Setting up the chances, not finishing them himself. Across to Houghton. Very even game so far, as you can see from the stats, top left. 52 to 48 in possession. 2 shots to 1 as well. That's some fancy footwork. This is a good move. Good block by Fitzwater, but we can't keep the ball out. It's fallen back to Healy, and he smashed it home. Brilliant block by Fitzwater. He's done really well to get in the way there, but, well, we couldn't have been more unlucky with how it rebounded back to Reece Healy, could we? That's annoying. Just fell. The perfect place for him to just volley first time into the back of the net. That's a pain in the arse. We're 1-0 down now, away from home. Ball inside to Mason. Nice little 1-2. A 1-2-3. A 1-2-3-4. Okay, this is good football. Are they going to score? Keeps! What are you doing, Dimmy? Bloody hell. What was that all about? I can't explain to you the actions of my goalkeeper there. Make a run for me, please, Andy, and I can play you through. There we go. Come on, Dallas. And stop. Send the defender. Play the pass. Bury it. We're level. Really tidy finish from Harvey Nibbs. Great work by Andy Dallas as they very nearly went 2-0 up. We've scored at the other end. 1-1 before half-time. Putting the pressure on their defence here. Trying to force a mistake. Mistake that hasn't been forthcoming, annoyingly. Gladwin to Healy, their goal scorer. Oh, some of the rebounds are really going the way of the opposition today, aren't they? Gladwin to Gilby, or just MK Dons so far. Here's Mason. That's a smart turn. I've nailed him there with Harry Darling. It's definitely a foul. Just a yellow, but definitely a foul. I've gone through the back of him. Could have been slightly more. If he'd have turned fully and it had come through the complete back of him, we might have been seeing a red card for Harry Darling there. Are they going to try something from the training ground? Or perhaps. Yes, they are going to lay it off. Oh, and Mitov makes a great save. Brilliant stop by Dimmy to deny them what would have been a stunning second goal. Would have been Healy's stunning second goal as well. Top stop from the keeper. Very nearly made an awful mistake in the first half to see them take the lead. Or actually extend their lead. Samir Carruthers off the bench here. Just trying to use those fresh legs to go on a run. Adobiejo is with me. Keep going, Vicky. Support from Carruthers. And then from Nibbs. And we lead. We might just be about to win against the team that are right next to us in the table. Back-to-back League One wins. Very, very close for us now. Harvey Nibbs with a brace. Oh, the first one came when they nearly scored. The second one came when they nearly scored. They will rue these missed chances, MK Dons, not only for not scoring themselves, but from the second passage of play from both of those opportunities. They've actually conceded. It's been a while since we won back-to-back games in League One level. But we are hopefully going to see this one out now with just seconds remaining. And we can crack on into the second half of this month in some good form. Thank you, Harvey Nibbs. 3 points for Cambridge United again. All 3 of the remaining games in this month are against sides that are there or thereabouts around us in the division. We've Blackpool to start, who are 10th, 2 points above us. Then Wycombe, who are 19th, 4 points below us. And then Bristol Rovers, who are 11th, 1 point above us. So I think I'm just going to sim the 2 home games and then we'll play the Bristol Rovers one at the end of the month. On a good run of form here, though, as you can see there, Blackpool aren't necessarily playing that badly themselves. And Ryan Hardy's given them a 1-0 lead after 3 minutes. And we've not necessarily started this game very well at all. Collins then picking up an injury after 15 minutes. I would expect him to be substituted off in the not too distant future then if it's a fairly serious injury. O'Hare on for Conceição. We're still 1-0 down here. Collins hasn't had to come off though, which hopefully means he won't be out injured for too long. Howe's made it 2. Fitzwater has now come on for Collins, and we'll lose that one against Blackpool. They were higher up the table than us, and they were in better form. 7 days is all Collins is out for, so that's a manageable injury. We can continue to train now. I have added Campos into his own training module, and of course we've added Conceição into a number of these as well to ensure that his stamina continues to grow well. Right, now Wycombe were the team that were below us, so this one should go more readily in our favour. We will give the players a morale boost if we can from this pre-match press conference. On paper, it looks like we're evenly matched, but even though they're below us in the table, we mustn't underestimate them. It's our responsibility to try our hardest to get as far up the table as we can. We have had a mixed bag of results recently, or just results this season, but we showed signs in today's episode of turning that mixed bag of form around. If we can pick up a point at least here against Wycombe to show that we still mean business with regards our push further up the table, then that would be superb. Tavernier has given us a 1-0 lead after 15 minutes, and then they've had Grimmer sent off after 23. 2 yellow cards for Grimmer inside the opening 25 minutes. Onyedinma has equalised for Wycombe. And in simulated games, it does seem that it's rare that the team that goes down to 10 men actually play any worse. We're going to lose to Wycombe when they have 10 men. I know, to be fair, we lost the game earlier on this season, didn't we? Against Tranmere, was it, when they went down to 10 men. And they ended up improving and get 6 weeks. 6 weeks for Cano. Oh, that's really frustrating. It does mean that Fitzwater will get an extended run in the starting lineup, but that's really, really, really annoying. Back down the table we fall. Never mind. We shall head into the final game of the episode against Bristol Rovers then, and try and get back to winning ways. This is the team we're up against in the third and final played game of the day. Jamal Blackman in goal for Bristol Rovers. Agogo, Upson and Clark in their midfield. Another 5 at the back. Seems to be a popular formation, doesn't it? Well, they seem to be popular formations, the 5 at the back. Setups in the lower leagues. And hopefully give ourselves a good chance. Coming forward on the counter, Tavernier into Brown. I've given Harvey Nibbs the start in this game after his brace in the last one. And it could be, well, if Conceição had shot first time like I'd asked him to, it should have been an easy 1-0 lead. I laid it into him, and for some reason, he just would not shoot first time. That is a gorgeous opportunity, wasted, because Conceição just didn't react when I asked him to. Oh, that's frustrating. Are we going to be made to rue that missed chance the same way that MK Dons were made to rue their missed chances when we played them a moment ago? I certainly hope not. We'll try and continue to create quality of chance in this game. But that really is a missed opportunity to give ourselves an early 1-0 lead. Somehow gets past Ngoy. Get rid, please. Oh, Collins. Jesus, get to that first, please, Brown. Deary me. Not getting rid of this ball as early as we need to in those situations. But on the counter, we could be in. Adobiejo has quite a bit of pace. He's not rapid, but he's certainly quick. Ah, enough. So quick that I ended up taking it a touch too far. Again. Getting frustrated at myself now for not being able to take these chances. It's not very often we get that many chances at the beginning of a game to take a 1-0 lead. Thankfully, they've been wild there. They could have done to me what we did to MK Dons again. It's Fitzwater in there to Tavernier. Is that a foul as well? It is. Free kick in a decent position. Conceição will take. Scored it's almost the exact same spot where he scored against City, actually, isn't it? Very, very similar. Season 1 when Conceição scored that goal in the cup. Oh, and he's cannoned off the bar here. Oh, I'm not getting any luck in front of goal in this game, am I? Come so close to scoring on a couple of occasions now. Adobiejo can't get past the defender to have the shot. Try as we might, we cannot get this goal to go 1-0 up. Clark to Clark Harris. Duncan. Clark again. Oh no, Upson's in. Good save by Norris. What is that? What was that clearance? Deary me. Get rid. Away from my goal, please. Double header for Brown. Not very well aimed, but still able to get it to a teammate. Nibs inside here to Conceição, who's been both frustratingly bad and really impressive in this first half. Oh, Adebayo with the spin, but the ball just won't fall free for me. Oh, man. This has been a frustrating first half, hasn't it? If we can end it by going 1-0 up, then it will be no less than we deserve. But I don't think we're going to get it. We're just encamped on the edge of this Bristol Rovers box. Keep getting the chance to have shots, and it just won't go in. Don Brown, I don't trust his shooting. Just don't. Conceição. Adebayo. Oh, trying to flick it around the corner to Don Brown, who was free, and it would have been a simpler shot there from 10 yards than it was from 20. We still can't get that final chance. Surely it's got to come in the second half. We are hammering them here. Conceição is going to have to come off at half time. I'm going to bring George Maris on. Oh, come on. Please let me get this goal. In there to Nibs. Adebayo is there. Is that a foul? It is. We'll take the free kick. It's a bit too far out to shoot. But we'll take it short and try and work something out. Back to Ngoy. Back to Nibs. To Adebayo. Movement all around. Oh, lovely ball. Nibs, surely. 1-0 Cambridge. At last. And it has been coming. Harvey Nibs really staking a claim for a first team start ahead of Aberdeen, whose goals haven't been forthcoming yet and might be better used. We mentioned it in a previous episode. Aberdeen might, at this early stage of his career, be better used as an impact sub. Harvey Nibs got 2 in the game against NK Dons, and in the next played game, after earning that start, has continued to score goals. In a game where we found it difficult to score, he's the man that's broken the deadlock. Harvey Nibs, I think, is going to be my starting striker alongside Adebayo for the next episode tomorrow. And until his form starts to dip, Aberdeen is going to have to be happy enough with a spot on the bench. Oil, 2 Nibs. Out wide, lovely ball into Tavernier. And Nibs has gone again, and it could be in for another. Nibs! Oh, devastating! Devastating! Yeah, he's starting. Absolutely. He is starting from here on out. I could have squared it across to Adebayo there, but Nibs is really proving a point right now. What a finish. 2-0. Another change for me. It's Tavernier coming off and Leon Davies is coming on the right-hand side of midfield. Lay that back to Maris. Into Brown. Adebayo is there. I tried to get a bit of footwork in. Cheeky little skill move, but it didn't quite work for me. Page into Maris, who's the aggression of their attacker or defender to my advantage. And it's opened up for Maris here. And Adebayo's in. And we're about to get another. Yep. Game over, Bristol Rovers. Sorry, lads. But we are storming to victory with a brilliant second half goal scoring show. Should have been the same way in the first half. We certainly had the quality of chance. Just couldn't get it to go in. Game of 2 halves, I think. Let's go. Clark to a go-go. Nice tackle by Davis to win it back. Adebayo to Brown. Swept across here to Nibs. I was meant to go to Adebayo to try and feed him in for his brace. Nibs already with 2. Us with 3. And there are episodes where we struggle with the played games and we get the results we need in Sims. And there are episodes where we get the results in the played games and we struggle in the Sims. It evens itself out throughout the course of a season with regards, getting victories in played games or victories in simulated games, and alternatively losing on either of those options. But really pleased to have gotten 7 points from the 3 played games today. We did get a win in one of the Sims as well against Barnsley and actually in the Cup too. So 2 defeats from 7 games this month. That's really, really agreeable. And Harvey Nibbs will start. He's really put in a phenomenal performance in today's episode. Could have won by more, and certainly that is the case with all those chances against Bristol Rovers. Harvey Nibbs with 4 goals today, and I think that is going to be a permanent move, at least for the time being. The next game is against Rotherham in the Cup, so we'll be simulating that in the area quarter-final of the Leasing.com trophy. But we'll sim that when with Cheltenham, Accrington Stanley, Coventry and Luton. Not sure which of those will be the simmed game. I'm going to start simming away games, you know. I keep defaulting because of previous FIFAs where sim the home games, that's the best chance of getting a result. But we keep losing the home sims, so maybe I'm going to sim away ones. So maybe we sim Accrington Stanley tomorrow, play Cheltenham, play Coventry and play Luton. We'll wait and see how things go. But in the league, I shall quickly show you where that victory has moved us for the time being. The defeats, back-to-back defeats, did see us drop down the table slightly from where we'd gotten ourselves up to. But again, as is always the case, the league table is so tight that it's going to be a fluctuating case of moving up and down the table depending on results, with 2 points above 19th and also 2 points off 11th. So 22 points is what we currently sit on, and we are 7 points outside the playoffs. More than recoverable. But we're not really gunning for promotion this season, or even gunning for a chance of promotion this season. This year is about consolidating in our new division and trying to get ourselves in a position to be able to challenge for promotion next year. If, like we did in Season 1, we find ourselves in the position to maybe go up, wonderful, but it's not the main aim for this first year at this level. But we'll see how things progress tomorrow as we move into the month of November. Hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. Drop the video a like if you did, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I'll see you tomorrow.